Have you ever wanted to see what your cool medieval build would look like as ruins? Well, I created this mod that simulates decay of structures falling apart so you don't have to build it manually. This is my mod, Ruinize. So, let's get into how to use it. Before we begin, please consider subscribing as only a small percentage. So if you want to get this, the first step of course is to download and install it, which you can do with the link in the description. This is a Fabric mod, so install it with Fabric API and the Fabric mod loader for Minecraft 1.21. This is specifically for client side and not for servers. I recommend using this in a flat world for reasons I will discuss later, but normal worlds will work too. This mod adds 3 new commands: decay speed, decay radius, and refresh rate. Decay speed is pretty self-explanatory. It basically sets the speed at which decay takes place. Higher numbers mean slower decay, and a value of 0 turns off the decay completely. Decay radius is also pretty simple. It specifies the size of the area that is affected by the decay. This area is centered on the player, so if it doesn't appear to be working, keep this in mind. The third and last command is refresh rate. Similarly to the refresh rate of a computer screen, it essentially defines how often the mod tells the game to check and update the decay in the world in ticks. So if it's set to 1, then every tick the game will check for decay updates, and if it is set to 10, then every 10 ticks it will check. Now before you go and set the decay radius to 50 and the refresh rate to 1 and let it rip, you need to keep some things in mind. The higher the decay radius is and the faster the refresh rate, the lower the game performance will be. It won't necessarily lag the game, but it will cause entities to freeze as the ticks lag out and can't keep up with higher decay settings. I recommend finding a balance that works for you. What works best for me is around 10 to 25 for the decay radius, and 1 or 2 for the refresh rate, which holds up pretty well on my PC. Another thing to keep in mind is that this mod is intended to be used for stone brick structures. While technically just about any structure will work, it might not have the results you expect. So I recommend using builds that are primarily made out of stone bricks for this, as that will produce the best effect. One more thing to mention is that because of how the decay mechanic works, this is best used on super flat worlds. It will work on normal worlds too, but any overhanging block within the decay radius will collapse, even if it's not part of the structure, except for these blocks here. So if you see a bunch of cave ceilings falling in, know you have been warned. Now I recommend setting the decay speed to 0 and go build something to test it out on. Alternatively, you can try it out on a world with a castle that you have built or download somebody else's. But if it is a castle that you have spent a long time building, please make a copy so you don't have to watch your hard work literally crumble before your eyes. So there you have it. If you would like to know exactly how this mod works, comment down below and maybe I'll make the explanation video. But anyway, thank you so much for watching and goodbye!